So you finally realized how you don't seem to be getting better at this game. Try your best, and you know which character you like. You have a main, but you realize that all these other people, they just seem more familiar with the stages. They're familiar with not playing with items. Today, I'm gonna share my rule set and what I think everyone who wants to actually have a decent enough time with the game rule set. Anyways, here's what you're gonna want to do. Go to group and go to rules. The time is gonna be 8 minutes and the stocks will be 4 stocks. And hazards are gonna be off, of course. So like that I don't use it. Of course all items are gonna be off. Because if you want to go into actual competitive at all, or you just want to be more serious, not exactly competitive, you're going to want to turn items off. Now, this is the most important part, the random stage select. Whenever I go online, all I see are people going to FD and waiting room. That's it. That's all they go on. That is bad. Those are bad habits. It makes you think that you can get away with anything with just a flat stage. And all of the other stages, 7 of the 8 stages have platforms. So if you only play on FD and waiting room, well, you're gonna learn to adapt to only playing with no platforms. That's bad. And only playing on FD and Battlefield too. Like how Smash Ultimate has its presets too. That's bad as well, because that's only 2 stages out of a possible, 10 legal stages? Today I'm going to show you the optimal random stage select. So what you're going to want to do is, most of you probably have this on, like every single stage on, and then they would go to the actual game, and then they'd only click FD. Found destination, or waiting room if they have it unlocked. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta go all off. The stages are Battlefield, Final Destination, waiting room, even though they're kind of the same. Pokemon Stadium, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 in this version, it's probably 1. Tao Salvation, Dracula's Castle, Yoshi's Story, and Dreamland. These are 8 out of the 9 legal stages, even though waiting room and Final Destination count as 2. The reason that I have 9 Smashville locked is because it's usually very laggy, especially if you get the one that rains all the time. So that's it for stages. And now you're gonna want to go to options, quality. Because a lot of people, they're very laggy, even if it's not Smashville. And I think that's probably because everyone has their settings to maximum. What a lot of tournament goers usually do is they set it to minimum. You see how it got blurry there? I would assume they also changed this from the full screen quality hardware to software. Because that actually makes it look, pretty boring, honestly. You see how useful the random select is, by the way? Yeah, so this setting makes it so that only your characters and the stage are shown. No special graphics, it's nothing to make the game less smooth. Except if your PC is just garbage. Now, that's cool and all. It makes for a great speed boost. Personally, I don't like not seeing the effects. It kind of messes up my perception of things, because it doesn't feel like things really hit. Personally, I think that I'd be a player who kind of likes to feel what's going on, I guess. So instead of having literally everything set to minimum, I set everything to maximum. But I have stage effects disabled, or if I'm recording, I set them to simple. what this does is it still has everything enabled. Oh, we got the stage again. But only the background, which actually accounts for quite a lot of lag, you'd be surprised. Yeah, only the background is gone. And if you think that your PC can still handle that, then don't just go straight onto enabled. Just go to simple, because it still has to load a lot. Let me go specifically to Smashville, for example. So this is... oh, it's raining too. It's perfect. This is Smashville with simple graphics on. You can see the rain isn't as heavy, but hey, that's just because this is offline right now. It usually has much more of an impact if you were playing online. Right now, it'd be much slower. It'd be playing like, probably not this, but pretty close to this. It's very slow. And this is the same stage with background set to disable. But because it still has like a filter, I guess, it still kind of has an orange hue because of the time, I guess. I don't really know too much about it myself. But yeah, it just goes to show why I keep this disabled. Because even if it does have disabled, it can still easily cause some lag problems if your computer can't happen to handle all of these shades. So yeah, just a quick recap of my settings, in case you guys like really did just skip to the end of the video, in which case I probably wouldn't mind. For stock, 8 minutes. Items, all of them are off. Hazards off. If you're playing on doubles, team damage on. But I don't play, so I just don't have it on. Stages. Battlefield, Found Destination and Waiting Room, Pokemon Stadium, Tower of Salvation, Dracula's Castle, Yoshi's Story, and Dreamland. If you really do want to have this, because having the 8 different stages isn't enough, then you can try to have Smashville enabled. Just be wary that it's pretty laggy most of the time, even though it is a legal stage, and it is important to get used to all the legal stages at some point. And my controls, or my settings, quality settings, are everything's maximum, but stage effects are either disabled for actual tournament play or simple for recording or even just regular playing purposes. If you follow these settings, it will make your game run smoother most of the time, unless your PC just can't handle it and you have to lower your graphics even more. And it also makes you more comfortable with all of the competitive stages. So I don't really want to be seeing too many Battlefield only, or, well, that's really all I see. I want this video to change that. I think that this is the most optimal rule set for this game. If you want to ask me anything else, I'll link my Discord in the description. Yeah, I have a Discord. And, or if you want to do a few matches with me, you can just go in Discord as well. I'll usually be available. And that's it. Make haste and lay waste.